Alright guys, MTech Guy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at doing another little tidy up job on the E60 M5, and this time round it's going to be the rear window lower seal. The one that's fitted at the moment is the original one. It's starting to deteriorate, it's all coming apart, it looks horrible, and it's not providing the proper weather protection to the body of the car, and it's no wonder because it's 20 years old now and these rubber parts do degrade over time. Now luckily when I first bought the vehicle, the rest of the rear window weather strip, the seal, the one that goes across the top and down the sides, had been replaced. And even after 6 years it's still looking in good shape, but unfortunately they didn't do that lower seal and it's just degraded over time. So now's the time that we need to get it replaced because it's all falling to bits, it's coming apart and it looks horrible. Check it out. So let's check out the part that I've bought to replace that horrible looking old one. Okay, so this is the new seal. It's a genuine BMW seal. It fits any E60, it doesn't have to be an M5. What I'll do is I'll leave a part number in this description below just to help you guys out. Right, so first up we need to remove this old seal. By the looks of it, it's half removed by itself anyway. It's fallen to bits. So this should just about pull off easy enough, but I do have a plastic trim tool just to ease it off should I need it. There we go, that was easy enough. Now some of the seal still remains up there, some of the rubber in the groove, so I'll dig that out with a plastic pry tool so we don't cause any damage. It should scrape out nicely with that. Now to give it a clean up, what I'm going to be using is these products from Ferrekla. Now these were sent to me by a good friend of the channel, Rocky, at Ferrekla, New Zealand, so thanks for that, Rocky, you really hooked me up here. Now not only have I ever used these products before, I've not even heard of the brand, but from what I hear, they're quite popular in the UK, especially with automotive paint shops, body shops, and I've heard good things about this product. And today, for this little job, we're going to be using the G3 Pro Multi-Cleaner. This can be used on interiors, exteriors, door shuts, wheel wells, and it's a good engine bay cleaner also. The great thing with this, we can dilute it, so for what we're going to be doing today for that boot shut area, I'll dilute it 2 to 1, 2 parts water to 1 part of the product. So that should make it the correct strength, and also it's going to make the product go a bit further. And once we've got that sorted, we'll finish up with the glass cleaner just to clean up the edge of the glass before we fit the new seal. Alright, let's give these products a whirl. Right, so we're going to mix this 2 parts water to 1 part of the product for this exterior surface. So I've got about 200 mils of water there. And we'll just top it up with the G3 Multi-Cleaner. I did give the bottle a good shake before I took the lid off. There we go. I've got my own little squirty bottle here. Round mixture. Good shake up. Right. Now Rocky also sent me this Ferrekla G3 Pro Rapid Detailer. Now this is just like a quick detailer, it'll give it a waterless clean. So what I might do before I go in with the multi-cleaner and a brush, I might just wipe over with this one first, just to get rid of the dirt without making any scratches. And once we've cleaned it up with this, I'll go in with the multi-cleaner and then the glass cleaner. So I'll give it a quick initial wipe over with the quick detailer first. That's just going to get rid of the thick of all that dirt and leaves and debris we've got sitting in that channel there. Next up we'll go across with the multi-cleaner, give it a good scrub with this detailing brush, get right in the groove there. Give that a rinse off with some warm water, and then I'll give it a final wipe with a damp microfiber. And while I wait for that groove to dry out now, what I'll do is just go across the bottom edge of the glass here, give it a clean with the glass cleaner, and that way we've got a nice clean surface and groove to fit the new seal. Right, that's all nice and clean now, but as you can see, there's a little mark on the bottom edge of the glass here, just where that dirt's been sitting, and I guess the seal's been chafing. It has left a bit of a mark that's not going to come off with the glass cleaner, so what I might do is just try and minimise that and go across it with some glass polish, see if I can polish it out just to give us a nice smooth surface for the new seal. So after the glass polish, that's come up real nice. It's got rid of that dirty line that was on the glass there. So now we'll give that a chance to fully dry off, and then we'll fit the new seal. But in the meantime, let's compare the old seal to the new seal. So there we have it, the new and the old seal alongside one another. And as you can see, the old one being at the bottom there, obviously, certainly seen better days after 20 years of use. You can see how the rubber's all got hard and perished in comparison to the new one. Nice fresh rubber, and that felt strip along the top is in much better condition. Alright, let's get this new one on the car, eh? So it's relatively straightforward to fit this new seal. We're basically just going to push it into position along the bottom edge of the glass. We're going to install it the felt side up at the top, and the main thing that we need to be mindful of is just making sure that the seal's centered, so the two ends are sitting in the correct position. Now there is a center mark on the edge of the seal there, the V. Find the center of the glass by looking at the air vent along the bottom edge of the glass on the inside there. If you go by that center piece of plastic there, just follow the line down, install it right there. You can always put a bit of tape across the bottom there, not too close to the edge, and just mark that center line, but I'm just going to eyeball it. So we've got that center V in the correct position, so now we're just going to press it on from the center and work the way around. On, you almost need to push the edge downwards a wee bit, push it against the glass, and then massage it up and down. But you'll hear it click into position as you push down, up, and then like that. You do have to work it quite a bit there with a fair bit of pressure. There we go, so that's the new seal now installed. It does take quite a fair bit of persuasion to get it fully seated, but just need to keep working it, just keep massaging it on there, and then eventually you'll feel it's fully seated against the edge of the glass there. So I'm a lot happy with that compared to what was there before. That was much nicer. Alright guys, there we have it. That's that little tidy up job sorted, and it's going to provide much better weather protection to the body of the vehicle. Now if you found the video interesting or useful, don't forget to give it a like, and make sure you go and check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more BMW E60 M5 content. Consider subscribing if that's your cup of tea. I'm MTech Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.